What's up YouTube, this is Slay Island, and today we had 7 great NBA 2K League matchups. After tonight, we're a third of the way done with the 12-week regular season, in which each team will play 14 games. But let's get right into some NBA 2K League basketball. To start the day, we have Pistons GT taking on Wizards District Gaming.
I'm so far ahead, he's at the point, the sharpshooting playmaker. Splash King is that pure sharpshooter. Ramo, the pure rim. Rux at the sharpshooting rim protector. And Insanity is that shot-creating slasher. Look for him to throw it down. And on the other side, the visiting team, Wizards District Gaming, 2-2 on the season. Easily could be undefeated. They've lost some heartbreakers. At the point guard, Demon JT is a shot-creating sharpshooter. Reese the God at a pure sharp. Gilly is at a slashing stretch 5. Boo is going to be that rebounding athletic. And Jin is that shot-creating slasher. So the first time we finally have, they really need that assist total to go up. Boo with another offensive rebound. Gilly, he starts it out.
Solidify himself down the paint. But those rebounds with the vertical that the power forward has, that can be the thing that can come back to bite you.
A lot of Ramo and Boo at some point, and there's Insanity.
Chatter, you got JT, you got Ramo, two guys who have teamed for such a long time.
Gilly, whiz back the other way. Reese the God gets the friendly bounce. He's coming in averaging 68 points a game. Yep. And big time. JT working through the traffic. Back to Gilly. He's 3 for 3.
I'm so far ahead.
JT can't hit. Gilly with the rebound. And he'll get the and one. Pistons come in averaging 9 turnovers a game. And Green protected by the rim. Boo gets into JT and he splashes it. 35-17. Corner so far ahead.
He's stopping you more times than you're going to stop them.
Jen, easy jam. Gets it to Boo. And Boo, 2 hands.
You're going to create a lot of space for yourself. You're going to be able to go up in contact.
Rux for 3. Got to have it, and they do. They need some stops. 2 minutes to go in the third. Jen, 2 hands.
Look at it, the secondary score for this team is kind of Insanity. He's a guy that they rely on a lot too.
That's turnover number 12. Another big jam.
Or at least for 2 points to be given to the other team.
Gilly for 3. Why not? We've seen the Pistons not only with a 3-0 start.
The Pistons' undefeated season comes to an end as the Wizards take the victory 77-52. With this win, the Wizards improved to 3-2 on the season. This game was a blowout from the start. The Wizards got an early lead and held it throughout the entire game. Not only did the Wizards' big 3 of JT, Jin, and Boo Painter show up, the other guys, Reese the God and Great Gilly, combined for 29 points. When the Wizards role players are giving them production like that, this is an extremely tough team to beat. Now moving on to the side of the Pistons. This was their first loss of the season, and currently they're sitting at 3-1. Despite having one of the best records in the league, in the Pistons' 4 games, they have a point differential of -12. Are the Pistons actually a great team, or did this game show their true colors? We'll find out very soon. Next up, we have Kingsguard Gaming taking on Knicks Gaming.
Look at Adam the First, he's a sharpshooting playmaker. KPMR making his debut at the pure sharp. Goofy's going to be at the post-scoring athletic finisher. Idris from South Carolina, my state, the rebounding athletic finisher, and Nate at the sharpshooting shot creator. It's the starting lineup for the Knicks. On the other side, the Kingsguard 2-1 on the season. Coming off some big wins. They could easily be 3-0. At the point guard, you have Timely Cook, the sharpshooting playmaker. Sophia Floria at the 2, the pure sharp. Moody's at a pure rim. Worthington Colt III as a rebounding athletic finisher. And Cole World at the sharpshooting shot creator. He's going to be at the 3, and man, he can throw it down even with the clown paint.
He sits there every time you say his name. He just kind of
gets it down to Colt. Pump fakes it and flush
from the side of Knicks Gaming.
Nate from the corner knocks it down. Boy,
and even ones off the dribble you should be hitting. You need to be more consistent. You have to get it going.
Green.
You're playing for the first time. Once you hit that first shot, that's where, you know, all those butterflies go away. So, okay, now what?
Scott Cole and Dirk along with you. Game number 2 of the day, and Idris. Back-to-back games where the Kings have not played cowboy. They've got
versatility where you can go ahead and play your 6-man and kind of mix and match things up.
all tied up. Knicks. Oh, Goofy! 3-on-2 break. They get it to Cook, and he'll finish. And Colt to Safaya. For three. Got it. 13-2.
But maybe some jump shots won't be dropping for a lot of these guys as well.
Timely. Gets it off the window. Please, where it's like, what the what? Idris. One-hand jam. All in the third period. And Goofy gives the Knicks the lead. Adam. Trying to put him on skates, instead turns it over. 3 to shoot. Cook. A win here would put them in the top 10 of the standings. Moody with a two-hand jam.
You need to just get that fresh mindset. You need to win that paint.
Safaya, an awkward two-hit. He's only their #1 pick. Adam for three, no. 1 for 4 from downtown for Adam. The backcourt of the Knicks has not played well.
There's this could be a big 3 in a sense.
The hoop and the hop. Timely gets it to Moody and Colt.
The Kings defeat the Knicks 71-60 to improve to 3-1. The Kings' first-round pick and #4 overall selection Moody struggled as he finished with 4 points, 5 fouls, and 5 turnovers. But the other 4 guys on this Kings team were excellent as they all finished with over 15 points. This loss drops the Knicks down to 1-3. In this game, the Knicks decided to bring in their 6-man KPMR and throw him at a pure sharpshooter at shooting guard. But him and the point guard, I'm Adam I, didn't give much production, as the backcourt finished with a combined 10 points on 4 for 14 shooting. One thing I've noticed while watching the Knicks play is there's always some point in the game where the offense just completely goes stagnant. And in this game, it was the second quarter, as they only scored 5 points. In future games, when the Knicks realize this is happening, they need to call a timeout, talk things over, and regroup. Because if you're only going to score 5 points in a quarter, it's going to be extremely tough to win. Moving on to our third game of the day, we have Magic Gaming taking on Grizz Gaming. Let's get right to it.
Is going to be your pure sharp. Phenom is going to be your pure rim protector. That's universal Phenom. Other Phenom is going to be a sharpshooting rim. An authentic African, a.k.a. AA. He's going to be your sharpshooting shot creator. That's the starting 5 for the Grizz. On the other side, the team coming up from Orlando, it's Magic Gaming. Mentioned they won 2 in a row, both happening last week when they insert King Cam into the lineup. Control, the birthday boy, now 21. He's going to be the sharpshooting playmaker. Supreme at the pure sharp. Marley is your pure rim protector. King Cam at the power forward. He's going to be a rebounding athletic finisher. And UC Manny, the do-it-all guy at the sharpshooting shot creator. And if he can have another good performance, the Magic could have the opportunity to go to 3-0 in a row. 0-4. And there's that animation.
And they're so quiet every single time. We need to see it.
Control now. He calls green, and it's home in Jacksonville. Of course, now with this Orlando
Playing that PG role.
authentic with 9 points. Manny with a jam.
At least just to try to dribble and pass the ball. It's just nobody really wants to play.
D-double. D-double can't cash in, but there's universal. Column opportunity here to try to keep their season alive. Comes in averaging 15 points, 7 rebounds. And there's a.
It's definitely a build. I think no matter what, you need it at least at the 2 or the 3.
Little less charismatic group of 6 that they drafted.
Yeah, he always drives towards that left side. Basically what he's trying to do, he's trying to bait King Cam out to open up the floor for Phenom to take the 3.
And we've seen Magic will have it first. Control in the corner. And the Magic, just like that, have the Phenom forced that one up, and it's good. And Cam takes it away. Back to Cam. Here's a dunk. Bam. Control got it knocked away. Threat. Making an impact now. And he got the hoop in the arm. He just had 3 or 4 of those. Supreme. And knocked away. Manny's got to force it up. It's a 3, and he hits it. That. And Supreme can't hit back to back, but there is. They're over capacity down in the paint. Double A.
About no threes, give them a 2 if anything.
Universal will dunk it home. 57-54, authentic. Nothing but on the arc. Control, back to Marley, one-hand jam. 14 points. And there's a turnover. Need to stop here, can't afford it. Give up a 3 and they... Authentic. Steps back, takes a 3 and hits it. Boy, do they need that. Back to threat. And he gets the and 1. Can't give up a 3. That's the only thing you can't have happen here. That's basic basketball.
The Magic defeat the Grizzlies 73-68 to get over 500 and to a record of 3-2. Ever since the Magic inserted their 6th-round pick, King Cam Royalty, in the lineup, they've been undefeated. And the way he's been playing has been a big part of it. And once again, the 6th-rounder had a great game as he led the Magic in scoring with 19 points. On the side of the Grizzlies, this loss drops them down to 1-4. But in terms of their gameplay, it's the same thing every week. Authentic African plays great and shows why he deserves to be in the league, but they don't get much from the other 4 guys. And it ends with the same result, another loss. Not only does the Grizzlies' losing streak continue, it also looks like they benched their #1 overall pick, winner stays on. But let's get into our next game. We have Knicks Gaming taking on Raptors Uprising.
Trey is going to be a pure sharp to Toxie's in the middle at a pure rim. Yusuf back in the lineup at the 4 and a sharpshooting rim protector. And Kenny still that shot creating slasher. Let's see if they can use him in the post like they did a week ago. For the visiting Knicks Gaming. Boy, they need a win after the loss earlier today. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. Adam is at the point, the sharpshooting playmaker. KP is at a pure sharp. Goofy is at that post scoring athletic finisher. Idris at a rebounding athletic finisher. And Nate at the pure sharp for the Knicks. So they can bring KP back again. He made his debut. Working in the post. And he'll just... Goofy. Sets back to the free throw line and a nice cut. Nate. He hits and then
Starts to get ugly for the other side.
The Toxies again. He already has 6 points, make it 8. Boy, it really felt like Kenny should have put that up. That extra pass wasn't there. And Idris. Knicks up by 2. Goofy 2-hand jam. The break, Trey, and he gets his stuff thrown. Rejection City. Back come the Knicks. And 1. See post scoring coming to the league. Kenny. Bang. Lead back to 5. Loses it. And Kenny picks it up. Josh hands it off to Trey. Sharing the sugar.
Based on that one, allows you to get a little bit more of a quicker release, and you can kind of step into your form a little bit more.
Well, they're only in the first half. Adam that gets into Idris, reverse jam. Down, especially the point guard play. Kenny, reverse jam. Adam now. Boy, he needs to get himself going. And able
that consistently hit. That's exactly what you need to see some success coming in.
Adam, back-to-back threes, no. Idris there to clean it up.
Against a Grizz game. You can kind of tell how these series will go.
But I think for the Raptors, Yusuf still scoreless. Josh, big-time shot.
Seconds to back to the basket. But during that time is when you're in the paint, you just keep on shuffling over and over again. The 3 seconds.
4 to shoot. Goofy.
Defensive presence going.
Goofy after the Adam miss. 8 from the field. Wow. Nate.
The Knicks are able to get the victory 73-56 over the Raptors. This is a huge bounce back win for the Knicks as this brings them to 2-3 on the season. The Knicks big man duo, Idris the GOAT and Goofy, took over this game as they finished with a combined 46 points. And after the game, they proclaimed themselves as the best big man tandem in the game. That is a bold claim for a team sitting at 2-3, but Idris and Goofy definitely did dominate this game. And if they can continue with this level of play, they might be right. Now looking at the Raptors, Last week, they brought out the 5-out offense against the 76ers and they pulled off a huge upset. But this week, for some reason, they decided to run the offense through a pure rim protector in the post. And clearly, it was a terrible decision, as they finished with 14 turnovers and only 22 field goals made. This loss drops the Raptors down to 1-4 with a must-win game later tonight against Portland. Now let's get right into our next game. We have the 76ers Gaming Club taking on Kingsguard Gaming.
Sophia is going to be at that pure sharp. Worthington Colt the third there in the center. He's a pure rim. Moody is going to go back to the power forward. He's going to be a sharpshooting rim protector, and then Cole World at that small forward at the sharpshooting shot creator. On the other side, for the 76ers. Of course, they won the tip-off tournament. They were 3-0 before they hit a speed bump. Got upset last week playing the Toronto Raptors without their head coach. We'll get to that in a moment. But let's go through the starting lineups. Radiant at point. He's a sharpshooting playmaker. ZDS is a pure sharp. Steez at that pure rim. Feast at a sharpshooting rim protector. And Nudini as a sharpshooting shot creator. That's the starting lineups for the 76ers. Big game here, Dirk, when you look.
Now, instead of being on that pure sharp, he's gone to that sharpshooting shot creator. So you're looking for him to try to create some shots off the dribble, all while doing it getting down in the paint.
Cole World gets it to Colt, and he throws it down with authority. Back to Cook, back to Sophia. He'll pull the triple. Off balance shot, and he hit it. His team became really good. Nudini on the break, and he'll finish. We're tied away from Norfolk. Cole World. I mean, Cowboy is really good. As ZDS. The lead's back up to 3. Stolen away. Sorry to interrupt you, but Sophia ain't having it. 22-16. Timely. And he hits a 3.
One of the things, anytime you look at this team, 2 pure sharps, guarding that's going to be pretty easy, and that's where you start to figure out.
He's with the ball. Here come the Sixers back the other way. Radiant pulls the 3. And just like that, 6 turnovers now for the Kings. And CDS. Game with Feast. Radiant steps back. And the 76ers. We're never letting that down. And Steez. Gets it to Feast. Back to Steez.
This is where a lot of the scoring came from these guys.
CDS on the break. Churchley. And Radiant. Feast in the corner. Cold bullet. And they couldn't get the bounce. 76ers out running again. CDS. 0. And Moody. Radiant. It's really an odd change. Oh, man. Radiant. Saucing it up. Spins. And what a finish by Radiant. He's got CDS can't hit. Gets it back. Why not? This time he does.
The 76ers dominate the Kings, 77-56 to improve to 4-1 on the season. The 76ers started off slow, but they dominated the Kings in the second half, as they held them to only 19 points after the break. The big reason why the 76ers are one of the best teams in the league is they get constant performance from all 5 guys. In this game alone, Radiant put up 21 points, 13 assists, ZDS put up 17 points, Nudini 16 points, Feast was a stat sheet stuffer as he finished with 11, 4, 4, and 5, and then Steez was dominant down low with 12 points and 20 boards. Now looking at the Kings, this loss drops them down to a record of 3-2. And once again, they didn't get much performance from their first round pick Moody, as he finished with only 7 points. Timely Cook also struggled in this game, as he had 6 turnovers at point guard. When arguably your 2 best players are struggling like that, it's going to be very tough to win games. But let's move on to our next game. We have Cavs Legion taking on Bucks Gaming. Let's get to it.
Okay, in the center at a pure rim. Sick is that rebounding athletic finisher and turn-up defense at the small forward. He's going to be a pure sharp. On the other side, the visiting team from Milwaukee, Bucks Gaming. They've tried all kind of lineups Nothing's worked so far. This might be the game. You have STL. He's going to still be at the point. Drake at the 2. Larry in the center. He's going to be at the pure rim. Big Meek is going to be the sharpshooting rim protector. And Peroxide is going to be a sharpshooting shot creator. The same build that he dropped 41 earlier. STL on the break. And he gets acrobatic with it. That time, nothing. Savage, who has stepped in and done a great job. And turn up. Back up top to Peroxide.
Switch something up.
Got a 2K. Can't hit on the baseline, but 6 right there.
Sitting there playing on Hall of Fame difficulty, people know how hard it is to hit shots. And obviously, if you're playing, a lot of God at 2K's points come from hitting those mid-range jumpers.
Peroxide will finish. Meek. Peroxide. 7.
Go ahead and drop 50. You need to be able to hit some threes along with it.
Drake, step back. There's a big shot.
Always ran over towards that right wing. They almost run in a little bit of an overload. You see Sick, he starts to roll. And for Friday, it's always Meek just kind of dance after he hits a 3.
Sick. Takes it away. Savage now has 16. And now you've seen Savage on full display. Drake from the corner. Green beans. STL. Peroxide, 21 points.
Attack that the small forward position is going to be at. Sick meeting his match though with this one.
Total on the decline ever since the tip-off tournament. Taken away by STL. And he is balling out right now. He's got away by God at 2K, who just quietly, consistently does it on both ends.
Strength that the pure rim protector has. It can create so much space for you to get an easy bucket.
And God at 2, just a 1-point game now. God at 2K gives him the lead. Still in the paint. He's got to put this up and he'll throw it in. But Savage has had a good game. Sick. Poster.
It came down to scoring, but great point guards are always finding ways to get their teammates involved.
Turn up for 1 for 3.
Getting a little bit more to Peroxide. Sick is doing an excellent job of playing up on him.
Board. Chance to Tire take the lead. Peroxide. And we're tied at 50. Larry cuts late. And Larry throws it down all over. In a 9-point loss. Pistons beat him by 1 as Big Meek throws shot. Turn up. And he'll finish. 2 points. Got to make it 2 possession and he'll turn it over.
Guard close. I think you still need to get Sick over towards right side or try to bait the players in. And ball could come through. He's trying to force him to that corner.
5 to shoot. Drake for the win. No, Larry with the board, and we're headed to overtime. You had a rebound. Drake wide open. Big shot, you bet ya. Very nervous. Shot clock running down. Larry. Late pass to Drake. Oh my! Drake. Savage. Toxic wide open. Shot clock running down. They go to Larry. The big foul, a couple pump fakes, and he will finish. Here comes the double team. You get over to Drake. Peroxide, 2-hand jam, and the foul.
The Bucks are able to pull off the upset and get their first win of the season in overtime, 72-66 over the Cavs. This game was neck and neck all the way down to the end, but due to King Peroxide's dominance and Game 6 Drake's clutch shooting, the Bucks were able to be victorious. And with this win, they improved to 1-3 on the season. My biggest takeaway from this game is King Peroxide might be the steal of the draft. The Bucks' 5th round pick broke 30 for the 2nd time in the season, as he finished with 30 points, 3 rebounds, and 9 assists. If he continues to perform like this, and the other guys step in when they need to, this Bucks team could easily turn their season around and make the playoffs. Now on the side of the Cavs, this loss brings them to 3-2 on the season. The Cavs played a solid game. Nobody was terrible, nobody was really great. But the big question is, do they bring Hood back now? Hood hasn't played since the first week of the regular season, but the Cavs' 1st round pick showed how great of a scorer he could be in the tip-off tournament. Having Hood in this game could have gave them a victory. You never know. I'm interested to see if he makes his return next week. But let's move on to the final game of the night. Blazer 5 Gaming taking on Raptors Uprising.
Mama, I'm that man. He's your point guard and the sharpshooting playmaker. Jomar making his debut from Puerto Rico. The pure sharp. One wild walnut as your post-scoring athletic finisher. Dat Boy Shots is your rebound athletic finisher. And Grant the Monster moving from 2 to 3. He's a pure sharp. On the other side, the team from Toronto have already lost one today. They are 1-4. They need a win here to not have to play in the play-in game next week. Kenny at the small forward. Yusuf is a rebounding athletic finisher at the forward. Toxi's at the center and pure rim. Trey's at the shooting guard. He's a pure sharp. And Josh is your shot-creating sharpshooter. That's the starting lineups for Toronto Raptors uprising. For the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Walnut. That's the guy that they're trying to rely on, but the Toxi's 12-12. Shots with a two-hand jam. Gets it a Walnut. He'll finish the hoop in the heart. Blocks thus far. 3 blocks for the Raptors, 2 for Blazer 5. And they've lost some close games. They also got blown out a time or two as a youngster from Puerto Rico. The Toxi's with a two-hand jam. And it's worth noting, this isn't his first trip to New York. He's been, look at the chat going for a while. Final shot. Able to beat the shot clock. Raptors trying to ruin that. Grant for 3. Okay, here we go. Up ahead to Trey. Finds Yusuf. They got the lead. They're trying to add to it. And it's a 10-3 run. Shots, two-hand jam, and he'll head to the line. Grant can't hit. And Walnut's there to clean it up. Back to Yusuf. He goes baseline and punches it with 2 hands. He's working again. There's that animation, and this time he finishes. His turn to try. Here comes a double team. Josh makes him pay.
When you have shooters all the way around, you got Josh, you got Kenny, you got Trey. It needs to change up.
These are 5 again. Grant for 3. Bang! Grant from the hash. No. Walnut there. Good find there from shots. Let's track that one down after the deflection. And he throws it down with 1 hand. 2.5 minutes to go. Datman steps back and able to hit the 3. 5-point lead, trying to make it more. Datman with the blow by the finish. Datman knocked away by Kenny. Kenny on the break. And Hill. They don't need a 3 here, but they will take a quick 2 and the harm.
Your big man down low.
Kenny, you don't have that much time. To Toxi's from the elbow. The Raptors have the lead. They would make it a 2-possession game. Yusuf all alone. Can't hit. They don't have a timeout. They got to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grant for the win. And he got it. Blazer 5 wins. No. It's only a 2. Wow, what a shot. Jomar on the break, his first bucket of the season, and there it is. B5 up by 4. Shots looking to take over. And now the lead, double-double. Trey for 3. Oh my, huge. Turned it over by Josh. You got a foul. You got a foul. And Walnut will throw it down.
Wow, what a way to end the night as Blazer 5 holds on to their perfect season with a 69-66 overtime win over Toronto. Blazer 5's big 3 of Mama I'm That Man, Dat Boy shots, and One Wild Walnut were fantastic as usual. But it was their sharpshooter, Grant Monster, who saved the perfect season as he hit a fadeaway in the corner to send the game into overtime. The Raptors might have played their best game of the season, but it just wasn't enough to beat Portland. Yusuf was awful down the stretch as he missed several big shots in the fourth quarter, which allowed Portland to claw their way back in. This loss drops the Raptors down to 1-5, and I'm going to say it, I honestly don't see any way they turn this season around and make the playoffs. In order to just go 500, they have to finish the season 6-2, and I don't see that happening. Looking forward to next week, we have a very special event, the Turn Tournament. This is the first mid-season tournament of the NBA 2K League, and the championship team will be rewarded $10,000 per player. This is a single elimination tournament that will be seeded based on the current standings. The Raptors and Pacers will play a play-in game to determine who earns the 16th seed and will be able to play in the tournament. I'll run through the matchups really quick for you guys. The Blazers are the #1 seed, so they will play the winner of the Raptors-Pacers play-in match. The 76ers will play the Grizz, the Mavs will play the Bucks, the Pistons will play the Warriors, the Cavs will play the Knicks, the Jazz will play the Celtics, the Warriors will play the Heat, and the Kings will play the Magic. This should be a great tournament, and I honestly can't wait to watch it live. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys sometime later this week when I release my power rankings.